Good morning and welcome back to my channel. I was going to do a little bit of work outside today, but unfortunately it keeps raining. So I thought I'd give you a little roundup of what's going on in my kitchen, see how the plants are doing. So over here we have my little mushroom tub with some petunia seeds that I sowed the other day, and they seem to be sprouting. You can't really see that through there, but they are. Some chilies, they've gotten over their transplant shock from the other day. A couple of begonias. Sowed a little tub with some black-eyed Susans in. They're yet to make an appearance, but I'm sure they will do. They've only been in the ground for 3 or 4 days. Got 2 of these tubs with little baby violas in, so I'm going to be hopefully potting those into little cells like I did with my petunias the other day. I'll be getting on with that today, hopefully. Here's all my other chilies. 3 different varieties. We have got the Padron chilies, the tall ones at the back there. In the middle row we have got some Peruvian lemon drop, and then this front row here are all my Ring of Fire chilies. They're all looking nice and healthy. I am a little bit concerned that that they might outgrow my kitchen pretty swiftly, and it's still only the 23rd of February, so we'll have to see what goes on with that. Another little tub with some Agastaki seedlings. I'll be planting them individually into cells at some point, but they look a bit small still. And then over there we've got some penstemons as well, which I'll be doing the same with. Oh, and I germinated my tomato plants. I popped them in there 3 days ago and they've immediately come up. They were in the heated propagator, and I think that's really accelerated their germination. So they're really leggy, unfortunately, but the benefit of tomato plants is that if they do grow a bit leggy, when you then pot them on, you can pot them really deep, because the roots will grow from the buried stems. So it's not such a loss if they get a bit leggy. But I might put them under the lights anyway at some point soon. And then I've got a little greenhouse indoors as well. We've got some begonia in there, and I sowed this tray of lobelia. They're yet to germinate, but I'm sure they will at some point soon. But the problem I have at the moment is my antirrhinums that I potted on the other day, and another tray from under the lights are beginning to take over my kitchen a little bit, and I'm kind of short on space. So what I was going to do today is tidy out my cold frame out in the garden and then put some of these in there. I'm a little concerned that it's possibly a little too cold to be doing that, but we'll wait and see. But I'm not going to be doing that today anyway, because the weather's a bit iffy. So what I'm going to be doing today instead is sowing some Coleus. I've never grown Coleus before, but I was attracted to the packet because of the interesting sort of rainbow coloured foliage, and I thought they'd be quite nice dotted around the garden amongst all my other plants, and sort of give the garden a slight tropical feel. I do the same thing with ferns in my garden, and it does give the garden a nice exotic flavour. So yeah, I thought I would give these a go. So I'm going to be sowing a little tray of those. Incidentally, if you are interested in growing tropical plants, then I'm going to recommend my friend Andrew over at Grow Tropical MK. He's just started up a channel and he's got a couple of videos out, and he specialises in tropical plants, so you should be able to find some very useful information regarding that subject over on his channel. So I will leave a link in the description to his videos. So I'm going to sow my Coleus, and the method I'm going to use is dead easy really. So I've filled an old tub, a mushroom tub, from the supermarket with a mixture of seed and cut and compost. Just thrown in a little bit of perlite, just what I had left over, into there. And what I'm going to do is just tap it down, smooth it over a little bit. There's a couple of little larger lumps in there. Just tap that down a little bit. And with the Coleus seeds, very similar to petunia in the way that they need a bit of light to germinate, so you sow them on the surface and don't cover them with compost. I like to give the seed packet a little flick, just like that, to make sure you don't tear off and waste any of the seeds. I think these are going to be quite small seeds actually. Oh, there's quite a few in there, they are quite small. Alright, so there we go. So tiny little seeds, as you can see. So I'm going to sow half the packet in this tub and save half the packet in case for whatever reason they don't germinate and I need to try a different method. But I'm confident this one will work. So I'm just going to lightly sprinkle these on top of here, all around. Try and get it as uniform as possible. Then what I'm going to do is use a ruler. It doesn't have to be a ruler, or a piece of wood would do, and just press lightly onto the surface of the compost, so the seeds are making good contact with the compost. You don't want to compress it down too much because you don't want to knock all the air out of the compost. So just a light little press down and that should do it. And then finally I'm going to use my little water sprayer, give them a little spritz. Compost is quite damp anyway, the house doesn't really need this, but that should help them germinate. Now, what I'm going to do is put them in the heated propagator, which is the other side of my kitchen where it's a little bit gloomier, so I'm hoping there'll be enough light to help with germination, but these do, by the sounds of it, require a little bit of warmth to germinate quickly. So I'm going to pop them in there and fingers crossed that'll do the trick. So thanks once again for watching, and I'll see you again.